Welcome back to Cooking with Chef Swain, and today we are talking about cast iron care and revitalization. So let's get to it and make all your grandmothers look stupid. Cast iron pans are amazing. They are virtually indestructible. They hold heat better than most other pans, and in this day and age, you can find them for free. More on that later. So first things first, I'm going to debunk the cast iron myth that probably leads to more discarded cast iron pans than anything else. Clean your cast iron with soap, for fuck's sake. This myth comes from way back when soaps contained lye, which they for the most part no longer do. Your dirty ass cast iron isn't cute. It's not adding flavor from all your previous generations cooking on it. It's just harboring bacteria. After each use, please scrub your cast iron out lightly with soapy water, and make sure to get out any nasty remnants you may have still in it. While we're on the subject, do not put your cast iron in the dishwasher. That's a big no-no. The next thing you're going to want to do is put your towel dry pan over your open flame until completely dried. If you don't have access to this, you can substitute it by putting it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. Once completely dry, you're going to rub the whole thing down with some oil. I use grapeseed oil, but something like canola is just fine. Just make sure it's not any blended oils. There's nothing else mixed into it. That's it. You do that over and over again, and you will continue to build up the patina and how non-stick the pan can be. Soapy water does not take this away from you. Now let's talk about price point. Some brand new cast irons can be pretty pricey, depending on the ones you get. But I personally haven't paid for a single cast iron I own. You're here watching this video because you care about learning to take care of it, and to even rescue one. For every single one of you, there are 10 people who don't care, and will try half-hearted for a while, and then give up and give it away for free, or dirt cheap, because they don't want the burden of watching a YouTube video. Their loss is your gain. I found these two I'm going to be restoring today in my local Facebook Buy Nothing group. Everyone in the comments was all jazzed about the enamel cast iron one, but I was like, hey, give me the one in the back. She even threw in the second one she didn't even post. Turns out, these are from the early 1900s, and I kind of hit the fucking jackpot. Today, manufacturers have the benefit of modern methods of production. For the workers at the places that made these, to make cast iron cookware without casting flaws or bubbles must have taken great skill and attention to detail to get the smooth surface these have. Okay, these pans aren't in too bad of a shape. Not much rust, but the process is the same if it does or doesn't have the rust. We're going to first soak these bad boys for 1 hour in a 50-50 mixture of vinegar and water. Once that is done, we are going to hit it up with some baking soda to neutralize the acid, and then you're going to scrub like your life depends on it. Scrub, 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 and then you're going to scrub some more. I've seen people use power drills for this part, and even some, wet sanding. I even busted out some 400 grit sandpaper for this part. You're going to scrub the whole thing. The top, the bottom, the inside, the outside, the handle, the underside of the handle. Get the whole thing scrubbed. So this is about where 20 minutes of really deep scrubbing got me. As you can see, I got this pretty smooth, but there's still some signs of the previous seasoning in the corners due to the age of the pan and my lack of power tools to do heavy work on this. So at this step, you may be noticing that your pan is rapidly accumulating a rusty patina, but don't worry your little head, that's about to go away. We're going to put on a little bit of the grapeseed oil we used in the first segment, and we're going to rub this whole thing down. Literally every part gets a thin coating, and when I say thin, I mean thin. Wipe it down multiple times to make sure with like your driest paper towel. Thin coating. Very thin coating. So, final step here is that we're going to put our pan in the oven upside down over top of a sheet tray or something similar in case the oil drips off of it. There you go. Put it on the bottom rack, put the whole thing in, and close it up. Alright, so set your oven to as high as it can go. Mine goes up to 550 for 1 hour. Let it come up to temperature, let it go for an hour, and then shut it off and leave it overnight. So this is what your pan may look like if you don't wipe out almost all of your oil before it goes in. You can almost see where the oil kind of dripped on the pan and collected in some of the spots. Have no fear, just repeat the steps and you will end up with something like this. Don't be afraid to give it more than a couple passes in your oven to achieve this. This patina will only get better with daily use, so just make sure to use a little extra oil on your first couple of cooks in your newly seasoned cast iron pans. If you have any questions on this video or anything in it, feel free to drop a comment below. I answer any and all questions. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I put out cooking videos every Monday and Friday. Have a magnificent day, and may your quest for food knowledge be bountiful.